prepared tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got... It take a week to count.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Set! 180! 50's the mark!
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to throw, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
McCoy, the lone man in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Lions pick it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, that's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Oh, bad move. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 43, 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
Offensively lucky to have that one back. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCoy. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Two running plays go backwards. So what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye, Mike Daniels, in for the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 6-0 our score after 1. On 2nd and 9, Stafford complete to Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 31. Here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Stafford, and he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 99 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
KC last year on fourth down, 12 of 15, third best in the league, and they're going again. They'll go with McCoy. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Mahomes now on first down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watch out for Hill on the return. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards. Now Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Kansas City touchdown.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Now it's Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offense...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They bring Rashawn Melvin on the corner blitz, and he gets there.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3-score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
He's coming. Check in. I got you.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. Mahomes now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Give him 30 yards there. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Mike Daniels picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Stepping up, he's going to... And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Johnson.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. The great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Byron Pringle, his 1st touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. Way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Stafford delivers this to Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing again at Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Looking in zone for... And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. His fourth touchdown on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins. His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Whip, 7.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to throw. Stafford flushed out right. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 37-yard line.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? You keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, touring 26 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are really open.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Trying to go back to Watkins, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Mahomes to throw once more. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've had to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The pass complete, this one to Danny Amendola. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Now Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Throwing on second and long. Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. One last throw here for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to